Hello and welcome to another episode of Nothing Definitive. I'm Sam Carlson, and today we're going to be talking about rapidly altering your personality. I've been obsessed with self-improvement for as long as I can remember, and I've emulated the people I respect, created lists of personality traits I attempted to form, dreamt about people I wanted to be, that sort of thing. But I've always ultimately failed to achieve the results I desired. My ability to become more than who I am has been an incredibly slow and tedious process. But recently I thought of an interesting experiment to try specifically regarding altering one's personality. So say you have a person like myself who wants this rapid, significant change, and we decide to find overlapping personality traits that I most desire from various characters and people that I respect. We eliminate conflicting traits and are left with a complete description of a fictional character most desired by myself or whoever wants this. From here we enact a single strict rule, that whenever the person in question deviates from the desired persona, they must stop all activity and meditate. And regardless of deviation, meditation should still be required every 3 to 4 hours or whatever feels necessary. The point of the meditation is to restore control over the mind by focusing on breathing and calming oneself. Once achieved, the person runs through a mental checklist of personality traits and notes regarding the persona. Once completed, they end the meditation and return to playing out the role of this character. My hypothesis is that if diligently pursued, a person could rapidly alter their personality by weakening the neurons of their original personality and strengthening these new ones. We all know that humans are adaptable and can assimilate into any environment, and if people hear something long enough, they tend to believe it. I would imagine this person could achieve significant personality change in just a few short weeks, and perhaps permanent change after consistent practice. So, what do you think? Do you think that it would be possible, or that I guess it would be even a good idea? I'll admit that, or I should at least note that this sort of desiring of different persona is kind of inherently bad because it creates this very strong desire for something that's probably unrealistic. But I still think it's a fairly interesting experiment to try out. Related to this was another question regarding experimental meditation. Could a person summoning emotions and fluctuating between them learn to summon them at will later on? For instance, if you meditated and imagined happy thoughts and then followed them up by things that make you very angry, could you eventually have more control over these emotions and summon them at will? So just a few things to think about if you're interested in that sort of thing. Perhaps maybe even doing a more simplified version where you just summon a single personality trait, not an entire character, but just like one thing at a time could be quite effective. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you very much for listening, and see you next time.